I'm Christina from Book from Dreams, and we're gonna try to do Kate Daniels video. So I really didn't plan this out, so I'm really sorry if this is gonna be like a bit all over the place, but I'll try to give it some structure. So, as we mentioned in like a video like a long time ago, I think it was in December or January, I will be reading the entire Kate Daniels series, which consists of 10 full-fledged novels and some short stories and like collections of short stories, but that will be a separate video. In this video, I will cover the first 5 books, the first 5 novels, and I will try to tell you what the series is about, how is Kate as a character, and stuff like that. So let's start off by just telling you what this whole thing is about. So this series is written by Ilona Andrews, and this is a couple, like a wife and a husband, a duo that write urban fantasy, and I have had the privilege of reading Hidden Legacy, and we do have reviews of a couple of books from that series, and I will link it somewhere up above. You can go check them out. They're excellent. So since I read the Hidden Legacy series prior to this, I had really high expectations. I have to say, this was written prior to Hidden Legacy, so I wasn't really disappointed in any way, because I can just only say, in terms of writing, that Ilona Andrews' writing has evolved, and it evolves throughout the books. It just keeps getting better and better, and Hidden Legacy is awesome. I know it's not part of this series, but it just we can literally see how our authors develop and just get better. What is happening to my dog? Hey, Snoopy. The books that I will cover in this video are Magic Bites, first one, Magic Burns, second one, Magic Strikes, Magic Bleeds, and Magic Slays. 5 books. So the entire series is set in the city of Atlanta, in a post-apocalyptic kind of world where there was just this big magic influx, and now the world switches between magic and technology. So when there's magic, technology doesn't work. When the technology is there, there's no magic. In this world, we have a lot of paranormal characters, from shapeshifters, vampires, necromancers, witches, shamans. So there's like an array of characters that you can get into, that you can explore, that kind of just push the whole plot further and enrich it in so many ways, because we get to see different types of shapeshifters. There's an interesting explanation of who vampires are and how they're controlled or not controlled, and what are they exactly. I haven't heard anyone mention a vampire like that before, so that was kind of new to me. And it's just the city is partly in ruins. There are like parts where just magic is completely rampant and has taken over, and their buildings are destroyed, and Kate is just, you know, a mercenary that is trying to survive in this entire world. Not really a mercenary, rather than a problem solver of the paranormal, like nature. She also has a bit of magic in her, and throughout the series, we don't actually get to find in the beginning what her scope of power and magic is, because we discovered this along with her throughout all of the books. So that's really interesting. She is really special in that world, and what I loved most and still love most about her character is that she doesn't let her magic define her. She doesn't let her job define her. She doesn't let her relationship or her emotions define her. She is such a well-rounded character, and throughout all of the books, you get to see all the layers kind of getting peeled off, and you just see another layer and another layer, and it's making her so human. Like she is very sassy. She doesn't know when to shut up. She's very unapologetic. She doesn't let people manipulate her if she can't help it. She's a strong woman that is self-sufficient and knows what she's doing, and she knows her strengths and she knows her limits, and she knows when it's better to kind of let somebody else do something because they're better at it than her. And she knows, like, not her place, but she knows what she's capable of, and she will not, like, she will run into danger, but if you need to, like, prepare a plan, strategize and stuff like that, she's willing to step back and let others do it if she can, because she is a fighter and she enjoys the fight. But at the same time, while she's all of like that, she's also very protective of the people that she likes, even of the people that she just gave her word to, and she sticks to her word, and she is good on her she makes good on her promises, and she's very emotional, and she can be so caring, and I just love that about her, that she is so, like, she is human. I literally see her as human. I can see all those qualities in other people, and I really like that. I really like that. I mean, she is the central character, although I expected, because of the Hidden Legacy series, to be like a heftier romantic subplot. And although there is a romantic subplot, this series is in essence a series about Kate, about her life, about her character, about how she develops, what she will further be able to do in the future, and I love that. And I'm just ranting on about how much I love Kate Daniels, but truly, she's such an awesome character. And she just, her entire story is kind of backed up by all of these supporting characters, shapeshifters, vampires, necromancers, and everything that happens to her. And all of them are also so interesting enough to keep you kind of make you even more invested in the whole story. Her romantic subplot with Kuran, the Beast Lord, his furry majesty, and other nicknames that Kate has for him, like, he is portrayed as this gigantic alpha who will never back down, and he's gonna, like, beat you with the club if you don't do what he says, kind of man. But their relationship, like, her strength, her self-awareness is so big that she kind of manages to tone that down, and he understands her limits and when he should back down, although he keeps trying to be like the protective, you aren't doing anything, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and she just kind of shuts him out and shuts him up, and he just does. She doesn't control him, but, like, they understand each other, and I really like that. You also have Derek as more prominent character, who is like this protector of Kate's from the first shapeshifter from the first book. Then we have Julie. I will not tell you who she is, but she's like a sweet teenage girl. And then we have some vampires and necromancers, and it's just crazy. Anyways, the first book is in essence an introduction, and it starts with Kate's guardian being murdered, and she goes on to investigate his murder. The second book deals with the 7-year flare, which kind of is a time when magic goes rampant and everything can happen, and gods and goddesses kind of can come into life and battle for power. So in this one, we get to see a bit of a maternal side to Kate and how she sticks to her word. In the third book, which is my favorite one, which is my absolutely favorite one, we see Kate finding out about an underground ultimate fighting tournament, mostly for shapeshifters, but also other creatures from the world. And she kind of gets caught up into this, and for me, it was the most emotionally intense. It kept me on edge. They were like cute Curran and Kate moments. It was just a perfect blend of emotion, of action, of everything. In the third book, Kate investigates a fight and at a bar between the territories of shapeshifters and I think, what was it? What did I say? Just a minute. Necromancers, but ends up kind of in a little battle with her family. And, you know, again, I'm going to use Maya's stuff happens. You know, I will insert some clips from my vlog that I kept so I could remind myself what I thought. And, well, here are my thoughts. I accidentally saw the last two sentences and the acknowledgement section, and it literally said, "This one has sex in it. Please stop hitting me." So I found this so hilarious because like that's the one thing I was just like throughout the past 3 books, it was like, oh my god, yes, where is this? But the build-up is actually awesome. You know, like although there's nothing, the build-up is so good. So I can't wait. Oh my god, what if I get like disappointed? He glued her ass to her chair. And finally, we have the 5th book, which I actually finished reading today. I also liked it very much. Basically, Kate gets her first job as a business owner, and it's to help with a vampire that is kind of is on the loose, and this turns out to be a much bigger, you know, like event than she anticipated, involving casualties, involving extremists, involving cooperation of different creatures from the world, and it was very interesting, and I absolutely like enjoyed again Kate's character, her determination. Just like Kate as a character is such a driving force in this series that I can just recommend the series based on her as a character because she is a really good character. Okay, I think that's it for now. I think I've rambled on enough. Oh yeah, I see some notes. So the romance is slow burning. It's not really that prominent, so don't expect it to be like immediately in there. As you can see from my reaction, where is the smut? Where is the smut? Why is her love interest here if in like 80 pages before the end there is no smut? There's still nothing. There's not even chemistry there. So yeah, and I was a bit confused in the beginning with the first book because I didn't understand the magic. So and like in the second book I forgot about things that happened in the first book because I had a really big like interval between reading them. So I would suggest keeping notes because there's a lot of characters, stuff happens, they're important in later books. So I have like right now a little Google Keep note where I write down what happens in each book so I can remember the characters and what happened and why, because it's sometimes really good to just remember stuff like that, I think. Okay, I hope you found this useful. I have no bloody idea. What am I gonna tell you in my next video? Like, I hope some big overarching new storyline comes about, which there are hints of it, so maybe it will be. So I'll see what what I do with the next video. But for now, I really hope this was at least somewhat useful and you found out something new, maybe are interested in the series. Please tell me, have you read the series? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you recommend something? And yeah, you know, just Comment down below. Please like, share, subscribe. Press the bell button if you want to get notifications whenever we post new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in our next one. Bye!